So I haven't done one of these in a very long time, and for good reason. But now I'm just kind of at a point where I don't think there's... I just don't see... I don't care. I don't like doing videos that are very negative, that have no kind of advice or anything. Not that I'm someone who you should listen to when it comes to that kind of stuff, but I just don't think that I don't like just putting negative shit out and then that's it, leaving it at that. But at this point, again, I've lost the will to care. I've been thinking a lot recently about how things are going, because the world's kind of going to shit, to put it lightly. And I've been thinking about how I just don't know what the fuck to do. My latest video was talking about how I felt like I'm too late. And I came to the conclusion that there's no such thing as too late, but right after I ended up having a mental breakdown, thinking, oh no, there is such thing. I just can't help but feel like there is just... There's just no point. You know? Just no fucking point. I was talking to my friend just now about like AI and stuff like that, and how scary it is, and you know, because that Studio Ghibli thing's been going around. And it made me realize that I am spending so much money that I don't have, putting myself into debt for a degree that by the time I've finished the degree is probably going to be useless, because AI is just going to have taken over. Yay. So, putting myself into debt in a world where you can't fucking afford anything anyway, which is just fantastic. And I'm like, why am I bothering? Why am I bothering writing fucking essays and proposals and dissertations about shit that I don't even really give that much of a fuck about? Reading books written by people back in the 90s when they didn't know shit, for a degree that is just not going to be important. What's the point? You know, it's like, in times like these, people always say, oh, look at the bright side, look at the things that make you happy, look at the things that are beautiful and all that. But I'm trying. I'm trying, but it just feels like every day I wake up and the list is somehow shorter. The list of nice things is somehow smaller. You know, the things that, like, the people that make me happy, they could just fuck off at any time. You know, I don't have a gun to their head being like, you have to fucking stay with me, bitch. Like, no, they can leave whenever they want. The actual things that make me happy is very fleeting. This makes me happy for like a second, until I look at it and realize it is a stuffed toy of a creature that is extinct and has been extinct, mixed with a fruit that I'm not even allowed to eat. I love bananas. They are my favorite fruit, and I can't even fucking eat them because they make me ill. If that's not depressing enough, you know, art makes me happy, but what's the point? What is the point? It's like, it feels like being a human is just not allowed anymore. You know? In some way, like on the internet, if you have emotions or empathy, you're soy or whatever the fuck. If you create art, then it's pointless because there's AI that's just gonna take over anyway. So people are having their lives ruined over things that they can't control because they're not the perfect human. It doesn't make fucking sense to me. Like, what the fuck is the point? You know, 3 years ago, I made a vow to myself not to kill myself, because I was going to. But then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, because I wanna be around to prove to myself that I can be successful, that I can be happy, that I can have a family, that I can do all these things. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, probably not, actually. The world's going to shit. We're destroying the fucking planet. None of us fucking like each other. What's the point? you know, it feels like my options are kill myself now, or finish my degree, try to get a job as an illustrator, only to then not be able to do that because AI exists and because I'm not good enough. So then get a job doing something that I hate, that makes me miserable, that makes me want to die anyway, and then kill myself by the time I'm like 35, if I can last that long. Those feel like my only two options. I should make it clear I'm not going to kill myself, probably. But I'm like, what's the fucking point? Like, what, you know, like, okay, on the internet, you see a lot of the time people say, like, oh, you have no worth in this life. You should just kill yourself because you got no worth. You're not giving anything into the world. It's like, yeah, probably not. What the fuck can I give? I can't give anything. I'm not providing any sort of good in this world, it feels like. So why the fuck should I stick around? I didn't ask to be here. I see so much like activism, especially in the art world, you know, against AI, against fascism, against sexism, against this, against that. And it's great to see. But then I sit there and I think the only people that's reaching and that it's affecting are the people that already agreed with that stuff anyway. You're not going to change the minds of people who want you gone, or who want to make your life more miserable or harder. Maybe I'm just being very pessimistic, maybe I'm being very nihilistic, but I'm just looking at things right now and like, there's just no need. There's no point. There's like not much to live for. And that's really fucking depressing. Like I said, I made that promise to myself 3 years ago, and 3 years isn't very long, but I would expect like at least a little bit of change. Obviously, I've changed as a person. I'm more mentally healthy, believe it or not. I am healthier than I was. Yeah, I have surprisingly actually a better outlook on life. Again, if you can believe that. And I've done a lot of work to get to where I am and to get better. But again, it just feels like it's for nothing. It all just feels like it's for nothing. The world's going to shit. Everything fucking sucks. And I can't be bothered for it anymore. I have to laugh or I'll cry. No, I can't be bothered for it anymore. Again, this video probably won't see the light of day. If it does, probably because I decided that, I don't know, maybe someone else might feel the same way, and I say might feel the same way. I know there's for a fact that other people feel the same way. So maybe I might release it and just for them, but I don't know what the fuck to do. Everything is pointless, it feels like. I kind of just want to curl up in a hole and stay there for a while. And before anyone says, oh, you should try therapy, I've tried it. Every time I've gone to therapy, they've only given me the same fucking breathing exercises that I already know. The problem is that the cunts don't work anymore. They don't fucking work. Nothing works anymore. And that's kind of where I'm at. So